Good morning. I am Kajoli Sarkar from ADARSH Vidya MANDIR SHANKAR Vidya PEETH. In our previous video, we already read about the composition and structure of atmosphere. In this module, we will read about the weather, climate and their component. There are mainly four components, that is temperature, pressure, wind and moisture. We will see all this with the help of this smart board. Let's start.
Weather and climate 1. Weather is the hour-to-hour or day-to-day conditions of the atmosphere. It can change dramatically anytime. However, the average conditions observed over a place over a longer duration of time is called the climate of the place. The factors affecting the weather of a place are the air temperature and air pressure. Temperature is the degree of hotness or coldness of the atmospheric air. It changes not only during day and night, but also during seasons. Summers are hotter than winters. Insolation, or the amount of solar energy intercepted by the earth, affects the distribution of temperature in the atmosphere. It is the highest at the equator and decreases towards the poles. Hence, the poles are always covered in snow. Temperature is measured with a thermometer. Degree Celsius is the standard unit of measuring the temperature. It was invented by ALWAR. Water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius and boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Temperatures in cities are much higher than that of villages. This is because the concrete and asphalt of the buildings get heat up during the day and release the heat during night. Also, high-rise buildings trap the warm air between them. Air pressure. Air pressure is the pressure exerted by the weight of the air on the Earth's surface. It is exerted on our bodies too from all directions. But our bodies exert a counter pressure and hence we do not feel the air pressure. Air pressure is measured using a barometer. Air pressure is the highest at the sea level. It keeps decreasing as we go up in the atmosphere. In areas where the temperature is high, the air rises and creates a low pressure there. This creates conditions of cloudy skies and wet weather. When temperature is cold, it creates high pressure as cold air gets dense and sinks. This is associated with clear skies and weather. On the moon, there is no air pressure. Astronauts wear special body suits on moon to counter the body pressure, else their blood vessels would burst. Weather and climate 2. Wind is another factor that affects the weather. Air always moves from a high pressure area to a low pressure one. This movement of air is called wind. Winds can be strong or gentle depending upon the speed. A wind is named after the direction from which it blows. For example, a westerly blows from the west. Various wind systems are created according to the pressure belts. There are 3 major types of winds. Permanent winds. Trade winds easterlies and westerlies. These blow constantly throughout the year in a particular direction. Seasonal winds. These change directions in different seasons. For example, monsoons in India. Local winds. These winds blow only on a particular day or year in a small area. For example, a sea breeze or the hot and dry winds called blow in the northern plains of India. Very high-speed winds cause a lot of turbulence and cause a cyclone near coastal areas. One cyclone in October 1999 in Orissa caused huge havoc and damage, resulting in tidal waves flooding and causing salinization. As a result, several humans, animals and crops died. Moisture is also a feature that impacts weather and climate. Moisture at any time is called the humidity of the air. This is caused by the water vapor that is formed when water from the land and water bodies evaporates. As the air gets warmer, its capacity to hold more water vapor increases and thus humidity increases. As the water vapor rises, it condenses to form droplets of water. These combines with dust etc. to form clouds. When the clouds in the air becomes too heavy, the droplets start falling in form of precipitation. Precipitation that comes down in form of liquids is called rainfall. Depending upon mechanism, rainfall is of three types: convectional, orographic or relief, and cyclonic. Most of the rainwater gets stored as groundwater. This is provided there are industries whose roots trap the water. If not, all the rainwater gets wasted and causes flooding of rivers and plains.
Now boys, in this, with the help of the smart board, we already saw that how the component like insolation, wind, pressure and moisture works to maintain the weather and climate. In our next video, we will read about some other chapter. Till then, thank you.